Hello friends, this is Jorge over here, and we're looking at SPY on the daily chart. I'm creating this video on Monday, April 12th. It's about 12 noon or so. Yep, 12:07. And we're just gonna chart this same way I've been charting the other Facebook and Apple that I uploaded. So I want to show you what I'm looking at and how I'm trying to define this thing, at least on the daily, and we'll take it from there. Okay, this is Trading View on the new desktop app, and I have a full screen recording. Basically, I'm looking at this thing and want to call it, it's just a move up, right? So it's that. But I want to create this in a sort of a channel fashion. We could do this, but instead of doing that, I want to go in. I want to try to create a channel in here. So picking up from yesterday's, from Friday's candle, because today's candle has not closed yet. And this looks good over here. I'm extending it so that we can see more. This looks good. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 points, and then Friday 5 points that we could do. Push it down, and we could go to here. I have nothing else but 1. And if we skip a bunch of that, we could say, so this could be a zone down here. So I think that's stronger than anything else. It's got 1, 2, close to 3, 4, 5 there. But now, if I do this, if I go all the way down, your eyes should be here now. Look at that. It also works. And it also works here on that middle line. So this is also possible that we could overextend it this way. I'm going to leave it here then for now. I'm going to extend this over, make sure that I got that Friday candle. Yep, that looks good over there. I've got it in blue. The way I did that was over here. Oh, I have my favorites toolbar, and then the things that I have there come from here. You see, you could also have shortcuts, but I find that the favorites is really nice to have up here. Then once you click on something, for example, that parallel channel, well, now I'm creating one. Hold up. No. Thank you for coming, but no. Remove. If I click here, then it'll give us all the options over here. We can even lock it down. That's pretty good. Set alerts, etc., etc. So that's the daily one. Let's talk about this. I was thinking about that. Lots of points here touching, then another channel going up. We could have done inside of the channel, we could have done this as well, right? It broke with a gap, produced well, and then it fell. So that was one thing there. And it's valid, and then it went again and it tested the channel. So this works, which tells us this is upside still, right? So we have space to go. 440, not soon, but 443, 444 is, yeah, it's still, we could still get there. And then a very good correction down to somewhere in the middle of this huge channel that we're in, something like that, right? That'll have to be something like that. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, of course it was going to be that, but we can. I think it does something like this, and then something like. You get the point. So. Okay. Never mind with that. Again, just taking a look and trying to analyze and why I'm picking this instead of this, which is also valid because we have that's enough. Could very well just keep that in there as well. And see what happens when we get here, which could be today. We hit 413 or so. Want to keep that one in. So daily, and then usually what I would do is come in here and start major things that I'm seeing. So because this was the big drop somewhere in there, I want to put this in yellow. You've seen that I did some red ones over here, which was sell. And actually this one, because it sold out of that, could have been a good resistance, and it proved there, and it fought in here, but then it braked. So the next one would be here. Candle or stick, whichever. I'm looking, I think stick works out with all these other things over here. Right? So resistance worked, bounced on the 100, came back, resistance, came back. Boom, trade there again. See it? Over here, trade. Big resistance. Now it ate up the level. And that's it. See it here? How it consolidated there? Consolidation. It's eating it up until it's not a resistance anymore. And now this becomes our first real, and this was 1st of December, yep, first real support. So, nope, sorry, it's over here. Green, oh, and I'm gonna say it's aligned now. And we're still in that one, so buying the heck out of it if it comes down there, because it proved something. Oh, it's in the middle of this big thing, so we'll see what happens. Something in here looks cool. You guys see it? 1, 2, 3, a bunch there, a bunch of things here. And this one's still also at play above this one. So let's mark it somewhere in there. The zone more than anything else. It reacted here, ate it up. Came back, bounced in the 20. Came back, bounced in the 20, in the 40. Then, boom, took off. Took off, came back, took off again, 2 times. So 370s, big one. Then Either we pick 383 or we go to 385. I think 385. So 385, somewhere in this zone. See it again. Came up, bounces out, previous, breaks it, comes back and starts eating it up, bounces back, comes up. When I say eat it up is, see this play, let's make that big. That in and out, it's just eating up all the orders around it. And once it eats up all those orders, I'm gonna go up. Got nothing else, and it uses that support and went up. I'm afraid to mark even things red in here because there's nothing. There's nothing for us to say, yep, it's red. We could sell of that. So that's all I mean, there are a bunch of other levels down here. This one, clear, right? Because of this, then the gap. So here, somewhere, it's a zone again, somewhere in there. I would rather go yellow. Dot it. Was it 2? Yep, 2 because I'm on daily, so I wanted to see thicker lines. Potentially, this is another one. There is something here. I'm looking 1, 2, 3, something more in here. So 298, 300 correlation, right? Big numbers. I'm looking at that. If and when we get down there. This one looks good. Look down here, all the way. And so that's what I'm marking that. It tried and went up. We could mark that one, but it's in there. So, and this is what I'm looking at when I'm looking at the daily chart. So then what I'll usually do is finish up with this one, save it, and then go to the hourly. So let's do that real quick. And when I get to the hourly, I want the levels, but I don't want the channel all the time. So I'm going to click on the channel. There it is. Settings. And I do not want to see it in the hourly. Okay? I'm going to reset. And then in here, I could also do the same with that other line that we had. So minutes, hours, take it out. And then we can reset a new sort of channel for this chart. So now this will be charting on the, starting to get this same idea on the hourly. If I go here, it's a bunch of good stuff. So 1, 2, 3, a lot of stuff here, like 4, then 2 more, but we're missing all that stuff. But look, it's also good here, it's also good there. How about that? Let's use it. Let's make this smaller. Okay. Still see the same thing. We're still going up. That was interesting. Back in March. Broke here. took off. Okay, just overextending this onto this side so we can sort of look into the future a little bit. Oof. And then this is the hourly, so what I'm doing is changing to different color. And again, marking now levels and gap. Beautiful. Right? That's where we are. Is there another one in there? Yep. Does it end it here and went all the way up here? I'll say it hasn't filled that up yet. Technically. I might have a question of how to draw it. Maybe someone is watching the whole video. You can tell me. But I think that's also there. If it's not this big, it's just a little one, but it's there. Okay. And then levels in the hourly. Same idea, right? So something happened there. It sort of sticks out and then it doesn't. But this one sticks out. And it's more of a zone right there because of that, and then the gap, and then all of that playing in there. Wait. One. Dashed. Something in there. There's something in the water in there. See it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it took off. And it gapped. So market. Gap, I'm not gonna mark anything in there. Something here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. I'm gonna mark that. We could also say there's something in here because there is a gap in there. I missed. Did I? There's a zone there for sure. Okay. Now, let's get a close-up view. So, this candle's green means it finished here, but it opened up there. There's a tiny gap. But it is there. And that's where we are. And yep. Sorry for the long video. I hope it helps you. It certainly helps me to know where I am when I'm looking at these things. Cool thing about the TradingView desktop is that it also in the web browser and on the app on your mobile device. So everything that I did here works for both. If you have the paid plan, I don't, but if you have the paid plan, then you could see, you could go over here, select your layout. I don't have it. And watch or see the daily and the hourly at the same time, or a bunch of them. So all I can do is go back, and then I can see everything sort of in there. Make sense? Hopefully this helps you. If it does, tell me, and I can keep doing this style of video. Yep, that's it. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.